The story of Rajan and the nature of one's offspring. In a small village nestled by a river, there lived a man named Rajan. He was a kind and hard-working farmer, known throughout the village for his generosity and devotion to his family. Rajan had two sons, Karan and Veer. Karan was thoughtful, calm, and compassionate, while Veer was impulsive, restless, and easily agitated. Though Rajan had raised them both with love, he noticed the stark differences in their behavior and temperament. One evening, as Rajan sat alone in the courtyard of his house, troubled by the contrasting natures of his sons, a wandering sage named Chanakya came by. The sage had a reputation for great wisdom, and Rajan, eager for answers, invited him to sit and share a meal. As they ate, Rajan spoke of his sons. "Master Chanakya, I have raised my children with the best I can offer, yet I see that they have very different temperaments. Karan is gentle and wise, but Veer is always restless and quick to anger. I cannot understand why this is the case. They have been brought up in the same house, with the same love and care." Chanakya listened patiently and, after a pause, looked at Rajan with kind eyes. "Rajan," he said, "there is a simple truth in nature that governs all life, and that truth is reflected in the food we consume and the environment we create for ourselves. Just as a lamp consumes darkness and produces lamp black, so too do our diets, thoughts, and actions shape our offspring in similar ways. Let me explain." The sage continued, "In life, there are three primary qualities, or gunas, that influence everything we do: sattva, rajas, and tamas. These qualities are present in everything around us, including the food we consume. Sattva is the quality of purity, clarity, and calmness. It brings wisdom, balance, and serenity. Rajas is the quality of action, desire, and restlessness. It is driven by passion, ambition, and the constant pursuit of more. Tamas, on the other hand, is the quality of ignorance, lethargy, and confusion. It causes inertia, dullness, and the inability to perceive clearly." He paused and then added, "The nature of the food we eat, whether it is sattvic, rajasic, or tamasic, affects our mind, our thoughts, and ultimately our actions. Sattvic food, which is light, nutritious, and pure, nourishes the mind and body, making us calm, clear, and compassionate. Rajasic food, such as spicy, oily, and stimulating foods, creates restlessness and desire, pushing the mind toward action and craving. Tamasic food, like stale, heavy, or overly processed food, dulls the mind, causing confusion and lethargy." Rajan listened intently as the sage continued. "Your sons, Rajan, reflect the influence of the food and experiences they have consumed. Karan, with his gentle nature, has likely consumed more sattvic food, simple, nourishing, and pure. He has been exposed to an environment that promotes clarity and peace, which is why his temperament is calm and thoughtful. Veer, on the other hand, may have consumed more rajasic or tamasic foods, rich, heavy, or stimulating foods that cause restlessness and agitation. The people he associates with, the activities he engages in, and the kind of thoughts he entertains are also likely influenced by these qualities." Rajan thought carefully about the meals his family ate. Karan often preferred simple vegetarian dishes, fruits, vegetables, and grains, while Veer, being more active and energetic, tended to gravitate toward heavier, spicier foods. Rajan also realized that Veer often spent time with friends who enjoyed lively debates and intense discussions, while Karan enjoyed quieter, more reflective activities like reading and meditation. "Master Chanakya," Rajan said with realization, "I now understand. Just as the lamp consumes darkness and produces lamp black, so does the food we consume and the environment we live in shape our thoughts and behaviors. I see how Karan's peaceful nature is a result of the sattvic influence, and Veer's restlessness comes from a more rajasic lifestyle." Chanakya smiled. "Yes, Rajan, the qualities of sattva, rajas, and tamas are not only present in our food but in everything we do and experience. They influence not only us but also our offspring. If you wish to help Veer find balance, focus on providing him with more sattvic food, pure, simple meals that nourish the body and mind. Create an environment of peace, reflection, and mindfulness for him. Over time, you will see a shift in his nature." Rajan thanked the sage for his wisdom and made a vow to be more mindful of the food and experiences he offered his family. He began to introduce more sattvic foods into their diet and encouraged his sons to engage in peaceful activities that promoted clarity and wisdom. Slowly, he noticed that Veer became less restless and more thoughtful, while Karan's calmness deepened into wisdom. Years later, when Rajan was an old man, he looked at his sons and saw how they had grown into strong, balanced individuals. Karan had become a wise teacher, respected by all, and Veer had found peace within himself, channeling his energy into constructive work. Rajan realized that the words of Master Chanakya had been true: the lamp eats up the darkness and therefore it produces lamp black. In the same way, according to the nature of our diet, sattva, rajas, or tamas, we produce offspring in similar quality. Through careful attention to the food they consumed, the environment they lived in, and the activities they engaged in, Rajan had helped his children become the best versions of themselves, living in harmony with the qualities that shaped them. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to give it a like, share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe to the channel for more valuable content like this. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.